Millions of dollars. Okay. I think it's time for plugs. They haven't paid taxes in like 15 years. Yeah, it's plug time, kids. So this is yesterday's news with the golden-throated Doctor of Journalism, Joe Vector. And I am Curtis Bearhart, or Curtis the Bearhart Steel, if you will. I'll also accept Curtis the Bearhart Aluminum, because I care for that metal very much. So I'm here, I'm an emissary from the Okonuts Network, and everybody from the Okonuts Network is doing real fine. You know, we're about to germinate into a new mutation of sorts. And what we got here is we had a channel for audiobooks. There's going to be audiobooks, the first novel, Malforia Volume 1, poetry, spoken word, paranormal investigation, the Okonuts Network, a creative baptism for every day. Go to Spreaker.com, kids. Okay. Amazon Kindle for books, too, while we're at it. Look, that's very good, Kurt. Yes. As is the Joseph Vivaldi brand. Yes. We bring many, many things to the forefront. What's that sound? It sounds like something sizzling. It looks like the Joseph Vivaldi brand. It's white hot. It's burning a hole in the table. Yes. And when I think of times of year, I think of Christmas. And I think of the holidays. And I think of this book that Joseph Vivaldi wrote. It is called Finding Christmas. Story of Joseph. He meets somebody at the coffee house. And he says, you have 3 wishes. I'm going to talk to you a little bit about the story of Joseph in the Bible, in the story of Jesus, and you're going to meet with me for 4 weeks, and then you'll have 3 wishes. Were his wishes granted? We shall find out when you read the book Finding Christmas, Story of Joseph. Available on Amazon, Kindle, and Amazon. And who wrote that book? Joseph Vivaldi. Could I ask a question if you're done plugging? Yes. Just to amplify on that. When you say the story of Joseph from the Bible, do you mean Joseph the carpenter, or do you mean Joseph of many colors? I mean Joseph, the father of Jesus. Oh, cool. That's pretty nice. And, however, yeah, he also shares a similar fate because his name is Joseph too. Well, yeah, sorta. I mean, yeah. Not a similar fate, but because he has that name, this guy granted him 3 wishes. Well, it's a special name, that's for sure. Yes. All right, we done with plugs? Yes, we are. Okay. I think I found a news story. Let's have it. A news story. Is it topical, having to do with the holiday that's going on? This is. No, it actually has to do with space. Well, that's acceptable. I'm always interested in space. Yeah, it's out there. Well, yeah, but Star Trek, man. That's all I can say. Speaking of what's out there, Kepler telescope dead after finding thousands of worlds. Oh, it's dead now, huh? This is by Marcia Dunn from AP News. Yeah, I heard a little birdie told me something about this today, and his name was Tyler. The little birdie that I heard. Secure team, kids. Get your UFO research there, boys and girls. Here we go. Yep. This is from Cape Canaveral, Florida. AP. NASA's elite planet-hunting spacecraft has been declared dead just a few months shy of its 10th anniversary. Officials announced the Kepler Space Telescope's demise Tuesday, already well past its expected lifetime. The 9.5-year-old Kepler had been running low on fuel for months. Its ability to point at distant stars and identify possible alien worlds worsened dramatically at the beginning of October. But flight controllers still managed to retrieve its latest observations. The telescope has now gone silent. Its fuel tank empty. Well, you know, I gotta say this. Round of applause to Kepler. Did his job for about 10 years.
Well, they say it went over, and that's great. And I got to tell you, it's brought us some beautiful images. I mean, I don't know. You know how I am with the whole space thing. I mean, my head is... I am a bit conspiratorial, kids. I'm not going to lie. I believe certain things are in question. And there's been a lot of strange occurrences going on when it comes to the observational science lately of space. The stellar... a lot of strange things. I don't know if you've been paying attention.
I gotta ask you a question. You work with Totem Wolf a lot.
Sometimes.
And
I have a show with him on the network.
And he speaks of many, you know, strange stuff like portals and everything else.
Listen, I stayed up late talking with that guy, and
yeah.
I think he did a lot of interesting stuff. And I think he has a lot to bring to the table when it comes to talking about consciousness.
Yeah.
I don't understand why he's not sometimes invited on Spirits with Holographica, to be honest.
Oh, maybe one day we should get Totem Wolf on as a guest.
I mean, I'm not trying to...
Joseph Vivaldi.
Well, I'll make the suggestion that if he looks on it favorably, tell him I would like 5 cheeseburgers with everything on them for that. Wendy's or something.
I know people in high places.
I bet you do. Well,
let's get to the story.
Yes, of course.
We can discuss this off there.
Oh yeah, well that's fine, Joe Victor. We'll make a deal later.
Kepler opened the gate for mankind's exploration of the cosmos, said retired NASA scientist William Borucki. I think that's right. Borucki.
Yep.
Borucki, who led the original Kepler science team. Kepler discovered 2,681 planets outside our solar system and even more potential candidates. It showed us rocky worlds the size of Earth that, like Earth, might harbor life. It also unveiled incredible super-Earths, planets bigger than Earth, but smaller than Neptune. NASA's astrophysics director, Paul Hertz, estimated that anywhere from 2 to a dozen of the planets discovered by Kepler are rocky and Earth-sized in the so-called Goldilocks zones. Kurt.
Yes.
I have a question to ask you.
Sure.
You are brothers with Ricky, right?
You might say that, yes.
What would Ricky say about the Goldilocks zone?
Well, I remember him mentioning this to me, and basically it's just like the story. You remember when Goldilocks went into the three bears' cabin, and there's porridge, and this porridge is too hot. This porridge is too cold. This porridge is just right. Well, the Goldilocks zone is what these eggheads came up with, and it basically says this. If Earth were a little too close to the sun, it would be too hot and life couldn't evolve here. If it were a little further from the sun, life would be too cold. It would be too cold and life couldn't evolve here. So the Goldilocks zone is the difference between too hot and too cold. And it's the difference, they say, between biological life and no biological life in an ecosphere.
See,
I think that's something like what he said.
I take that point because I remember watching documentaries on shows,
Yeah.
and they were talking about how in the hot zone it can range from 800 to 1,000, even more degrees. And then in the cold zone, it's below 800 to 1,000, maybe even more. And
Space is filled with temperature fluctuations.
And in between, and he's right when he said that. In between is that zone where life is possible because they could breathe, maybe there's water, maybe they get the right sunlight, and it just works.
The precise nature of the universe indicates that it is indeed precision and therefore has oversight. But again, alas, we don't need to become inflammatory. Everyone has their own opinion about what's going on. I have mine, you have yours. The point is that that's the Goldilocks zone, and Kepler helps identify that,
Yeah.
and so do other telescopes, and I hope they continue to do so. Because we don't have enough presence in space. We need more, not less. So they should, hopefully they're replacing this thing.
Yes. Or put a battery.
Yeah, well, that too, but that has its own complications. Was it ever designed for that, etc.? Yeah.
Let me get to this.
Yeah, well, sure. Why not?
But Kepler's overall planet census showed that 20 to 50% of the stars visible in the night sky could have planets like ours in the habitable zone for life. He said the $700 million mission even helped to uncover last year a solar system with 8 planets, just like ours. And this is what Hertz said, and I quote, "It has revolutionized our understanding of our place in the cosmos," Hertz said. And I quote again, "Now we know because of the Kepler Space Telescope and its science mission that planets are more common than stars in our galaxy." Almost lost in 2013 because of equipment failure, Kepler was salvaged by engineers and kept peering into the cosmos, thick with stars and galaxies, ever on the lookout for dips in the brightness of stars that could indicate an orbiting planet. In quotes, it says, "It was like trying to detect a flea crawling across a car headlight when the car was 100 miles away," said Baruchi. The resurrected mission became known as K2